Synthetic theory of evolution. It is otherwise referred as Neo-Darwinism or modern synthesis theory. Neo-Darwinism, it is a modified version of Darwin's theory of natural selection uh, in the advanced knowledge in cytogenetics. And it is so referred because the theory is built mainly around the theory of natural selection, the principles of evolution put forth by Darwin. Today, the theory is more commonly known as biological theory or synthetic theory. Okay. Um, as it is the synthesis of the findings of many biological sciences such as genetics, molecular biology, ecology, embryology, paleontology, and statistics. The theory was developed by many authors starting in 1930, and the prominent among them being Dobzhansky, Huxley, Mayer, Simpson, Goldschmidt, Stebbins, Wrench, Bernard Kettlewell, Stephen Jay Gould, Dr. Leakey, and many others. So, in nutshell, the synthetic theory it claims that mutation and sexual recombination furnish the raw materials on which the natural selection acts. So the natural selection is based upon the two raw materials, that is a mutation and recombination, thereby producing adaptively coherent genotypes, that is genotypes which are adapted to the surrounding conditions, and these are protected from disintegration by reproductive isolating mechanisms, that is isolated from other such groups during reproduction. So they breed only with the members of the same group, and hence the characters are the character in the genotype, they are completely preserved or conserved. Okay, the modern theory or the neo-Darwinism recognizes that these what you call processes are responsible for producing evolutionary changes, and the most important ones are mutation, natural selection, non-random mating and change in gene frequency, uh, genetic drift, isolation. Mutation, genetic recombination, and shuffling of genetic factors through sexual reproduction, it produces the hereditary variations. So basically, it is not mutations alone, but mutations and the production of hereditary variations. Secondly, we have the natural selection. We have already mentioned the process of natural selection earlier, but we will be looking at it in detail with examples. Then we have is the non-random mating and change in gene frequency that upset the genetic equilibrium. So we have to know what is genetic equilibrium and what are the various factors that upset the genetic equilibrium, right? And then we have is the genetic drift. Okay, random genetic drift and its effect on small population. Then isolation, mainly geographic and reproductive isolations that finally result in speciation. So we can see that mutation and production of genetic variations, and from there to the natural selection of the favorable variants. Then we have the non-random mating and change in the gene frequency. This plus the random genetic drift and isolating mechanisms that lead to the speciation. So in detail, we'll be looking into these what we call processes affecting the evolution. Okay.